Hey guys, welcome back to G Productions. Hope you guys are all doing well. Before I start this video and say who thank for the sport, like I always say, sport really means a lot. And you can see in the start this videos inspiring video where I always say I'll make inspiring videos, if I got something to talk about. And normally I do different type of videos, inspiring gaming. But if you want to see more videos, please let me know in the comments below. So let's get into this video. So in this video I want to talk about being motivated, mental health, and just health in general. So start for saying motivation, like a lot of people say, it's true, when you're motivated you achieve the best success in life. And being motivated is one of the key factors of just being motivated to work and success as well. But if in the real world, motivation, you're not always going to be motivated. But one thing I do want to say, and one thing I learn myself, is sometimes when I'm not motivated I just don't work. But then I'm gonna look back at it after some time. I see why didn't I do something at that time, and I was like, I wasn't motivated enough. But when I think about it, being motivated is important. But when you're not motivated, you shouldn't stop. Like, you should keep consistent, because sometimes when I'm working, I'm not motivated always to do, because I'm not working the projects that I want to work. I'm not working the way I want to work. But then when I realize that if I do this right now, even though I'm not motivated enough, there will be a point where I get to achieve success, experience, and work I'll do, I'll be always motivated. Like, to get to that level, I need to keep working, keep gaining experience, and slowly reaching success enough, to be working in projects that I'm totally motivated of. And I know there's times that you be motivated and you be unmotivated, but the thing is, you shouldn't stop when you're not motivated. You should keep going. And with that, is a huge difference that takes. Like, when the times that you weren't motivated and you chose to do nothing about it, the success you could have, the results you could have had, and the experience you could have had would have been a huge part when you are motivated. Because I know there's times I wasn't motivated and I've done nothing about it. And I know in that time, if I was more, if I was working even though I wasn't motivated, right now my success would have been a lot more than it is now. But it's something that I've learned throughout in life, that being motivated is important. But sometimes when you're not motivated, you still need to work in projects that you want to do, because sooner or later, when you are getting the work that you'll be so motivated. But the thing is, the experience you get will build you up to the character that you'll be. But let's say about health in general, like something I've seen around me, and I've seen a quote online where it said people work that hard for health, but then when they lose health, they use that same money to provide them health. Which I agree that you gotta work hard, and you gotta work very hard to pay off your bills and just get by. But the thing is, one thing I want to say is, you gotta also focus on your health too, because if you work very hard and you get to a certain point where you're unable to work, you be no good to no one, which is sad, but it's just harsh. Like, that's how people around you are, like in your employees or just people are that you work with. That you gotta understand that taking care of your health while working is still very important. Like, if you take care of your health, you be literally in the wrong run as well. Like, another thing with motivation I want to say is, like, you need to be, like, a lot of people say no one remembers who runs in marathons. Like, a lot of people say people only remember the athletes that run in 100-meter races, which, yes, it is true in terms of sport. But in real life, if you look at it, you want to be running in the marathon, you want to be achieving success through a longer period than a short period. And to do that, there's been times that you won't be motivated, and sometimes, like, you miss out on a lot of opportunities. But the thing is, you take care of your health, you work when you're not motivated, in the longer run you're going to achieve success. And when you're finally motivated, whatever you do, you're motivated, you achieve success, you're going to be you'll be able to take care of your health at the same time, which is very important. And another thing I want to say was about mental health too, which I don't want to get too much in detail, but I just want to share my view compared to what I see online. I see online where they say you should talk, and I think it's important. I think everyone's got their own way, but I think, to myself, what I see it as, like, we shouldn't compare it, but I always see it as the weather, because sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I'm not. And I just one thing that I feel like that's just a part of being human. Like that's just a human nature. Like sometimes you're gonna be happy, sometimes you're not. Sometimes you're gonna be very upset, sometimes you're gonna be very happy. But I think it's like the weather. Like the weather changes, and your mental health will change too if you keep working on it. Like your health is important, but your mental health is important too. It all links into the same thing. Like if your health is good, mental health is good, you're gonna be motivated as well. And if one of them is off, you can all three of them don't come together, and you won't be motivated, you won't have the health to do. But I feel like it's important to work on all three, because if find stuff that motivates you, keep take care of your health, and also do stuff that you're happy doing, even though at times you're not gonna have that. But the thing is, keep going, because when you get to a certain point and you're of success, you're gonna be happier. Sometimes you're probably not gonna be happier, but the thing is, you're gonna have the experience, you're gonna have the motivation, and if you achieve success, you're probably gonna have the finance to do stuff that you find happiness in. Because not always you're gonna do something the same. You're not always gonna be in the same career field for the rest of your life. But the thing is, there's gonna reach a certain point that you're gonna do something that you're more happier in doing than something that you're currently doing. Which I think, if you keep going and you keep working towards working towards your health, focusing that if you're not happy, then to keep going, there will be a certain point that literally the sun will come out, and like they say, the sun goes away but comes out as well, and you see sunshine, where it will happen if you keep working towards it. Like, don't be someone that just, like, a lot of people like myself, I've been there as well. When I wasn't happy, when I wasn't motivated, I just sacrificed on working on certain projects. I just, like, I wasn't motivated enough to do it, so why would I? But when I look back at it, I was like, if I even wasn't motivated at that time, but if I kept consistent, now in my career field, I would have got the positions where I know I would have achieved. I would have been so motivated, because that's the work I want to do. But to get to that point, like, you're gonna get hard days, hard times, but you're gonna have to keep going. Like, and with your mental health, sometimes you're not gonna be happy, but if you keep working on yourself, there will be certain, you gotta know, like, there gonna be a certain point, what's gonna make you happy or not. And stuff that make you happy, you need to keep doing more, start finding ways that you could take care of yourself financially too as well, in that career field or work that you do. Because if you look at it, certain people, like, you look at YouTubers, some of them just love making YouTube videos and have achieved success to the point that pays their bills, that takes care of them, and they're happy. Of some just done it because of finance, and they got to the point they don't want to do no more. But if you enjoy something that you do and you work on your health too, you're going to be doing that for a long period of time. But for that, you're going to have to work on your health, work on your mental health too, and work on be motivated too. But you're not always going to have mental health. Your mental health is not always going to be perfect. But the thing is, if you keep working, knowing that it's not going to be good now, but the sunshine is going to be better in the future, and knowing that it's not consistent enough to always be good or bad. But the thing is, if you keep going, that's a part of life. Like, you're gonna have bad days, but you're gonna have good days, and you just need to keep that in mind. If you're having a bad time, you remember, look, I'm having a bad time now, but the thing is, good times are gonna come. And the thing is, after good times, bad times are gonna come, good times are gonna come. That's just life. But the thing is, if you keep working and keep achieving success and keep working your way through life, your bad times are not going to be as bad as they were now. You're going to be better, because you're going to be more advanced, more experienced, and more, you're going to be more experienced on knowing how to deal with this. Like, I know that I've been in places where I was much worse than I've been much worse than I've been in my bad phases recently, because I know I've improved, I've worked, I've grown, and that's a part of life too. So if you keep working on that, working on your health, working on being motivated, and just mental health in general, I promise you, it'll be good for you. And hope you learned us, picked up something from this video. And if you want to make more inspiring videos, let me know what thing you want to talk about, because I always say in this video, I'm not an expert, but the thing is, I talk what I genuinely see. Like, I don't give advices, but I don't, like I'm not a mentor, I'm not someone with like excellent experience, but the thing is I always talk what I see and what I experience and what I want to talk about. So guys, hope you learn to just find this video inspiring. Like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Thank you.